What's up, everybody? Everybody who's going to tune in. Gonna wait till we get a couple people on here. Just doing a little noodling here. Waiting for some people to get on. If you're on, get in the chat and let me know you're here. Hey, Jackie. Wendy. So it's kind of fun. I got this little pedal that I can record a little loop of the guitar and then jam along to it like it was there. It's always fun. Hope you guys are doing well. Mondays don't have to suck, right? But they tend to. They really do, right? It's always hard because you get to do pretty much what you want on the weekend if you have your weekend off into yourself. And then you've got to adjust. It's like, oh, back to the grind. And, you know, even what I do, making music is always, it's a job. I mean, people probably think that it's glamorous, and yeah, it has its times, and I wouldn't want any other job, but it still is like another job. And I got work to do, and it's just like anybody else. But hey, Teresa, how are you doing? Welcome. Thanks for joining. I got a couple regulars on here. That's awesome. Let me know if you can hear everything. I've had some problems with this little mixer that I got, and I'm not sure how loud it is to you guys, but let me know if you can hear everything all right, if I need to turn it up. But that's about it. Welcome to another Monday night giveaway live. I do these every other Monday night, so twice a month, Monday nights on YouTube at 8 p.m. CST. And I give away different pieces of merchandise, and I've been pulling out some memorabilia, some things that I've collected personally and had for a while, and I want to pass these things on to you guys. And in order to win, you have to be signed up for the Castellano Commission. That's my newsletter. So all you have to do, if you're not signed up for my newsletter, just go to troycastellano.com/email, sign up. Only do it once. It doesn't matter. If you enter your name again, it will just kick it out. So if you're already signed up for my newsletter, you are in the drawings. So Just keep that in mind. You don't have to sign up every time that I do these. If you signed up once and you get my emails, you are entered into these drawings. And if you haven't seen, I just sent out an email today. Did any of you guys, have you, yesterday actually, did you guys get that email? If you don't get these emails, they may be going to your junk folder. So, or your spam folder. Just make sure when you do get that email that you add my contact, my email address to your contacts. That way they will come into your email box. Yeah, so that's basically what I want to say is like if you're signed up for the Castellano Commission newsletter, you are entered into these drawings that I do every other week. I do them on Monday nights because I figure everybody's probably home. They're shut their wallet or their purse for a while because they spent some money this weekend, and we're usually just taking it easy on the couch, probably doom scrolling or something like that. So why not get here on YouTube and hang out with me on Mondays? It's something that's also good for me. I love to do this instead of working on other projects. I mean, I need a break once in a while. Hey, Dwayne, what's happening? Tried to send a photo of you on my TV. Oh, it did? Or what's going on there? Are you watching on the TV? How's the sound? I got to ask that every time because I don't really have a way to monitor it. Um, but yeah, how's everybody doing for a Monday? We're through January. January is out of here. It's February. Man, the months go by so fast, but I'm already looking forward to spring. I'm sure everybody else is. Thanks, Teresa. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure everybody else is tired of winter. I mean, down here, you guys probably heard we got a big ice storm, and man, it really wreaked havoc. Here where I'm at in Columbia, a suburb of Nashville, wasn't too bad. We lost power for a day. I have my generator, my power station. We lost power a couple of different times too, but it wasn't very long. But I got some friends up in Nashville that have been out of power for 8 days now. Some of them still don't have it back. And I know there's a lot of people bitching about the power company and how they weren't prepared, but I don't know how you prepare for having, 60 miles of power lines down. I mean, like there was so many trees that fell on the power lines. I mean, you really got to almost rewire whole neighborhoods. So I don't know how much more you prepared you could be. Maybe just more linemen. They got a lot more linemen that came to Nashville today. I think 500 more. But and the ice was probably about a good inch thick. Just really coated everything. I don't know if you've had a good ice storm up there in the Midwest lately, but man, yeah, everything just bends over. All the trees just crumbling down and falling, and like I about wiped out again on my ass a few times just getting to my studio. It was so thick, there's no way you can get rid of the ice. You just got to wait for it to melt. Even my dog, if you ever see my little walking bridge that comes back to my studio, the ice is like, convex or kind of arched out, and the dog almost slipped off the end of bridge into the water. Luckily, I had her on the leash and I kind of helped her back. But yeah, and everything down here, man, in Nashville and this whole South, it just shuts down. And for the first few years I'm here, I'm like, what? Can't anybody handle this? And the truth is like there's so many hills and hollers and mountains. I guess they're not mountains, but big hills, hills of Tennessee. And all those back roads, man, they do get coated with ice. They are in the shade. It takes a while to melt it off. You can't really deal with it with salt. And some of those banks, if you slip off, you're going to go down the hill quite a ways. So it does get quite dangerous. Luckily, we don't have, those too many times a year, but everybody I know survived, got through it. Probably had to get a hotel room for some of them, or stay at friends in order to shower and stuff like that. But yeah, it's always an interesting thing when we have a snowstorm or an ice storm in this case. Um, how's it been up there? I know cold as shit. It's always cold as shit in January up there. Everybody hunkers down in their ice fishing houses or by the fire. Yeah, I'm just reading over here. Yeah, like Dwayne, if you see the white shed, that's my studio. This is my studio. It's all wired. It's just like a house inside. I mean, not really a house, but a big bedroom. Um, I basically I got heat, AC. Used to have water running to it, but I shut it off because of the freezing pipes and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's a little perfect little spot. It's far enough away from the house where I don't bother anybody in the house. Matter of fact, I was playing a gig when I wiped out. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But I was playing a gig in at Puckett's, which is a music venue here, and turns out I had a table full of neighbors there, and they said, "Hey, yeah, we're your neighbors. We live just a few doors down." And I did meet them a summer ago, but we don't really see each other that much. You know, they're not out walking and whatnot. But I'm like, do I ever bother you with my studio? Do you hear it over there? And they said that they do hear it, but it's never a bother. So I got some pretty cool neighbors here. I'm really able to record in here. I can do a band rehearsal. If you see the drum set over here, this is goes into some speakers in the room here, and then we just practice. You know, we got bass, drums, guitars, and vocals, and it's not very loud. It's kind of the quietest band practice that I've ever done, but it works. So I really, it's my blue heaven. The little sign right there. My daughter made that back in 2015. She found an old door panel and made a little sign that says "My Blue Heaven." Oh yeah, snowbirding. Man, I'm getting to that point in my life too where like, man, I just want things simpler. I just want to retire. I don't know if I'll ever retire because I feel like that's what I'm in retirement as it is. Um, but yeah, I understand why people. I didn't as a kid because when you're a kid or even in your 20s and 30s, maybe 40s, up there in the Midwest, we're like snowmobiling, skiing, ice fishing, playing hockey, ice skating, all of that. And then I remember before we moved here, this is kind of a funny story. We had our house up for sale back in 2013, and we had like 20 days in a row where it was 20 below zero. I had about a 15-minute drive to work. I worked at a beer distributing company in Rush City, McDonald Distributing, and I remember it was so cold and the heater wasn't working in my van, and I had to roll the windows down to keep her from fogging up. I'm telling you, like 15 to 20 degrees below zero. Our house was for sale. No one was buying it. I thought the world sucked. I ain't ever getting out of here. And I finally realized why everybody wants to leave when they get older. Cause it's hard, man. It's hard. It's like even just getting up every other day if your car's outside, just dusting off that nuisance snow, starting the car. um, we don't have too much of that around here. And when it does get like it has been with the ice this last week, I really appreciate living in the South and that I don't have to deal with that, for 3, 4 months straight. So it's Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day. I don't even know if this should really even be a holiday. I mean, if the groundhog sees a shadow or not, we get what we're gonna get. And I've never believed that story. I guess maybe it's like the Easter bunny, which has nothing to do with, you know, Jesus rising again, you know. So, but what do you guys think of Groundhog's Day? Is it just is it just ridiculous? It's almost like daylight savings time where, man, let's just not do that anymore. Why should we do that? Oh yeah, hey Dwayne, yeah, everything's turned around. Oh, never mind. Um, yeah, he lies. He sure does. Like, um, but you gotta take that, you know, you gotta take that into consideration that we are over January. February can be tough. March can piss you off a little bit, but man, April's just around the corner and all the trees start budding and bursting. Yeah. It won't be long now. So, did any of you guys watch the Grammys? Yeah, the cold gets old, Teresa. Spring is always nice because it's a bit of a reset. I think everything grows in the spring, including our attitudes. But yeah, did you guys watch the Grammys? I didn't. I always catch up on all the gossip and the bitching about it on social media. I guess it really kind of it doesn't fit me anymore. There's not a lot of music that I'm really interested in and hoping they win. I'm so out of the younger generation loop and the pop loop that I can't really get into it. And I'm never gonna win one, so there's no reason for me to really watch it. I think I was just watching an old oh yeah, I was watching an old Steve McQueen movie last night, The Getaway. Hey, Dwayne. Yeah, man, I'm really grateful for my life, and you know, like I said, it always seems on the outside that I'm living this amazing, glorious life. It is fun. I've had a lot of great things happen in my life, but I also put myself out there so much, like when I'm pitching songs or I'm trying to get involved with the show or I'm trying to book shows or I'm trying to do, like, get people to make a video for my new song, I Only Dance When I'm Drunk, plug. um and I don't get a big response. It always is like, do people really care? Should I even be doing this? What am I even doing? I always think that, but then I'm really super grateful that, man, every day I get to get up and do this. And I say this all the time. One day it's going to be a song. Every every day is a second chance. It really is. Um, but I'm also looking at getting into something else here. We'll see what happens with it. But I've got a couple of drones and I got recreational license, but I want to get my Part 107, they call it. It's a drone license where I could literally go out and I could work for different entities and make some money doing that. Think that would be fun. Um, you got to learn how to read aeronautical maps. And I remember my dad was a pilot and looking at those maps and wondering how he ever figured out where he was in the sky. It's pretty amazing, really. My dad actually used to jump out of airplanes. He used to jump out of airplanes. Well, he did it for, he was part of the 82nd Airborne. And he also did it after he was out of the army. He would do it for parades and fairs and things like that. And eventually he got his pilot's license, and we had a little Piper Tri Pacer Cub that he used to keep in Cambridge, Minnesota at the airport there. But yeah, flying's kind of always been in my blood, my dad's blood passed down. So I thought maybe I'll get into flying drones. Um, Something like that. Got to keep yourself occupied, right? I'm just reading over here, just catching up with the chats here. What's that? You started to until politics came into it. Oh, you were watching the Grammys. Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I have a I have a real tough time not putting my opinions out there. I think most people that follow me on my personal Facebook page know where I lie, but I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I think there's a lot of crazy on the left, a lot of crazy on the right, like extreme. Um, I don't know where all the center-minded people went, and I think that we're being manipulated all the time by social media, by media. Like I truly, and not to get into this, but I truly think both parties are just like, trying to manipulate the population to fit what they want. And man, just let people be. You don't have to sit and I don't know. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, politics. I don't know why stars and that they put in their 2 cents. I guess when you get older, you're established. No one's going to be able to really cancel you out. You have your money, then you can start speaking your mind. But if you're going to do that, just run for office then really make some change. Yeah. Um, so I don't even know who won the Grammys. I know Jelly Roll must have won some stuff and uh, gave some speech about Jesus. I love to hear that. What are some of your favorite artists these days, you guys? I mean, like who are some of your favorites that you still listen to or you're new listening to? What music are you guys into right now? Are you into finding new music? Are you into just hearing new music from some of your favorites like me? Kidding, but yeah, I wonder what you guys who's your favorite? Who are you listening to this weekend? What bands? What music? What music did you intentionally listen to this weekend? I'd love to hear what you guys are into. Well, see, I love to hear that, Wendy. I love that. Like, see, that's what I was saying just a minute ago. It's like sometimes I wonder what the hell I'm even doing. I know the drive is really this creative drive to make something that will always be there. But also it's like, what am I trying to set the world on fire? I hope a song does, but and I've had some fun and had some small successes, so I don't take any of that for granted. But, being on the back nine of life, I do, I always this is another joke. I'm like, I'm just one day away from applying to be a cart gatherer at Walmart. And they call them buggies down here. If you walk into Walmart and there's somebody going to hand you a cart, they go, would you like a buggy? A buggy. Yeah. Dwayne too. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, you guys. Um, I got this new song that I did an acoustic version of it. It's on YouTube. It's called Outrun the Crazy. That's the next one I'm going to put out. I'm actually working on that recording, and I think it's a fitting time right now. Outrun the Crazy. Wrote that with Victoria Veneer, co-writer. We wrote it a few years ago, but I think it's really perfect song for the times right now. But if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. YouTube, Outrun the Crazy acoustic. So I started this too. I'm like, I'm gonna start. I have a playlist called Live from My Blue Heaven Studio, and there'll be just acoustic versions of my songs, things that I've been doing for years. But I just started a new playlist. I guess you could call it a new series, but I'll be doing that too throughout the year. Um, oh man, you guys, when you say me, that does make me feel good. Because it's like anything when you put yourself out there, you really don't know if anybody gives a shit or not. It isn't like all of a sudden I'm like getting all kinds of emails and fan mail and all kinds of followers. Like I had that moment with Hell We Raise for a little bit. There, all of a sudden it's like, wow, what's going on? All of a sudden I was getting a lot of posts, little comments, a lot of shares. I think Hell We Raised, the original teaser on that song, got shared like 50,000 times or something like that. That's pretty rare, but I'm so proud of that song and proud of where I grew up. Listen, Jeff Apitz, my second cousin uncle. Jeff has always been a big supporter of what I do. Hope you and Joanne are doing great. Thanks for being here and always talking me up with your friends and the North Siders there. He lives up there. Well, no, you're probably down in Gulf Shores right now. Swing by on your way back if you come this way. Otherwise, if we head down that way, I'll let you know and maybe we can meet up down on the beach. Dwayne, yeah, To the Core. There is some variation of that band out there still. To the Core. I ended up like passing on the banner and the domain name and all that to a guy named Jeff Judish, and he's been running that band. I am coming back to Minnesota this summer. I'll officially announce it, but in June I'm going to be at the Northridge Winery. Going to do a duo with one of my former band buddies, and then in September I'm playing the Isani Bluebird Park, the big town party in September, and I will have a full band there, or at least a 3-piece: bass, drums, electric guitar. But I can't wait to come back this summer. Hopefully I'll have a few more dates. I'm working on those right now, and we'll see what works out for everybody. But I'm definitely coming back this summer a couple times back to Minnesota in my hometown area. Dwayne, September 5th, you know what? I'm going to be up there early September, so maybe we could talk about that. That'd be cool. I remember playing there years ago with To the Core. I'm talking like 2008, something like that. You always throw a hell of a party. And pardon me, it just snuck up on me. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, so have you downloaded my latest song, I Only Dance When I'm Drunk? It's nothing deep and it's nothing really like, doesn't have a big message. It's just a fun song and a great groove to dance to. And I was laughing when I was writing that song out, and I just thought, man, that's so true. That's me. Like I only dance when I'm drunk. You will not get me out on a dance floor unless I've had a couple. And then when I do start dancing, people kind of move away from me. And it's because they just want to step back and watch in awe. Really. But man, if you guys got that song and you get a couple friends together one night, just crank it up and videotape yourself dancing to it. You don't have to dance all goofy. Just have a good time and send me that video, because I'm compiling videos and I'm going to put together a music video for that song. So, and if you haven't got the song, just go to troycastellano.com, scroll down that homepage and click the I Only Dance When I'm Drunk cover, and it'll bring you right to the download. There's no credit card needed. Just put your name and your email and download that baby. Crank it up. Show me you guys having a good time to that song. Oh yeah, Jeff, you are on the beach. I figured. Are you? Is it Gulf Shores? Is that right? What else was I gonna say? Oh, I was going to say, so, and when you do sign up for the newsletter, you don't have to do it twice. I already got you once. You're entered for every one of these drawings from here on out. And we might as well get to the part where we're all here for tonight. And I'm going to do a few more of these too. So if you're not signed up, sign up. Let's see what. So this is what we're giving away tonight is a framed copy. I don't know how well you can see that. There you go. A framed signed copy of my latest album, Beautiful Blur. Decent little frame. Almost looks like a record company kind of deal. That will be for the winner tonight. And then I've been collecting these. See if you can see it. I've been collecting these. Every time I play the Bluebird, they put these on the little table stands, and I sneak one out. Um, Joe West, that's my buddy. He wrote "Without You" for Keith Urban. He wrote "American Ride" for Toby Keith. Ashlyn Grace, a good friend of mine, and Ava Page, also an amazing songwriter. But that's included in tonight's giveaway. And I'm going to be doing more of these. I got some, like I said, some other pieces of memorabilia that I want to bring out and just give away. Things that I have in a box, I save them like everybody, kind of scrapbook stuff. But I want to pass that on to you guys because I've got out of it what I want, I guess. So let's do the drawing then. So how I do this is I got a spreadsheet on my computer or on my iPad here, and then I just scroll through it. There's like 850 subscribers, probably about 300 dead emails. I don't know if they're any good or not yet, but so here's what, and I'm just scrolling through it, and then I'm just gonna blindly stop. Wait, who is that? Who is that? John Davidson. John Davidson is the winner tonight. Wasn't that the guy who used to be on TV all the time? Jeff, what wasn't that? Remember that show? That's Incredible. I always remember that they asked you to be on it because I'm talking about my second cousin uncle, Jeff Apitz. He's on here tonight, and he used to do this crazy thing up in the north there, up in northern Minnesota, where they would water ski under ice. Like, no kidding. These guys would cut 2 holes in the ice, 100 yards apart. And he'd get in on one side and they'd have a rope through there. And then if I'm telling this story right, he would get upside down so your skis are on the ice, and then give it a little tug, and then the guy on the car or snowmobile would pull you along. And so they'd be upside down under the ice skiing along. Pretty crazy. But I remember there was a show called That's Incredible back in the 80s. And there was a guy on there named John Davidson that was a host of the show. And so I got John Davidson on here. I'm going to email you. Congratulations, John. You won the Bluebird flyer and the framed CD. I'll be sending that out to you as soon as I get your address. I got your email here, but yeah, I think that guy's name was John Davidson. Yeah, it's my platinum CD, Jeff. But all right, guys, I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are enjoying these. I sure do. I love it. I'm getting into the swing of it and trying to read everybody as we're going along here and talk about whatever's current and just chatting with you guys and let you know what I'm up to and what I'm going through and all of that. I really sincerely appreciate you guys being here. Let's do this again. The next one is February 16th. So join me February 16th here on YouTube. It's a Monday night again. We'll do it at 8 p.m. And hopefully you guys who have been chiming in here and that have been consistently here throughout these lives, hopefully you'll be the next name drawn. So, but all right, you guys stay warm and keep in touch with me, follow me, and watch my calendar, and we'll see some of them Minnesota dates come up too. All right. Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Wendy, Jeff, Dwayne, Jackie, I really appreciate you guys all being here tonight. And I will see you on February 16th. All right. Stay warm, stay alive, and we'll see you guys soon. Okay. Peace.